What's up guys, Jezza Plays here, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play City Skylines in our fabulous town, which still is named Westdale. I want by episode 10 for this to have a proper name, so that is on you guys. What I've realised, and I'm going to have to do it, and we're just going to have to watch it happen fast time for a bit, which is, it's going to be a bit depressing, I think. But life stuff. Oh, a barn used to store animal industry raw materials, crops can be placed outside. Okay, that holds 40,000. That holds 300,000. Sorry, 400,000. That's 15 freight trucks. So what's the difference really between that and that? There is large grain silo, large barn. So what's the barn do? It just holds crops. So can we just throw a barn in? So shall we just throw a barn in? We're going to throw a barn in. We're going to put a barn on these sides. Wait, yeah, look at that. Let's get a barn down there. And there, for now. Let's get... So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to try and solve the issue of why our industries aren't doing as well as we want them to do. So, we need a... Oh, what is this? Just a dirt road, isn't it? 2-lane gravel road. So 2-lane gravel road. There isn't a 2-lane gravel road here, which is really frustrating. So what is there? Train track, gravel path. That's a gravel path. We need a proper road. And I can't find one. So maybe we can't do that. So what we are, because I was going to just put a little mini roundabout there for people to turn around in. So what we are going to have to do is we're just going to have to make one ourselves. So get ready for my amazing skills of building roads. Not that I'm aware of how to do them at all. Whoops, like that there's a little mistake, but it's okay, because that's an easy fix to... No, don't want that, there we go. And that can just go there. That'll do. That means people can literally just turn around. Right, we want these on balance as well. So again, we're going to have to just accept that people are going to come in there, that's fine. Now all these in use. No, none of these are in use really. So there's no reason why. So let's get them back unbalanced. Gonna have to, and we're just going to let this sit through for a minute. Now if they're unbalanced, they want to be exporting or given to these. Although it looks like we're having to import from other people to do so. No, we're making a profit. Aha! They're all in use. They are all just exporting. No one is going there for some reason. Which is irritating. Although you? Nope. So nobody's going to Sawmill. Nobody thinks going to Sawmill's a good idea. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, these are unbalanced, and balance is the best. We're just going to wait and sort of let this fast time happen where loads of trucks are going to come in and import all the grain silos there. So guys, what I'll do is I'll just have a little quick time lapse of that happening, and I'll be with you once it's happened. Alright guys, so we are just going to let that run. We've just sort of watched their fast time what happens, which is immensely frustrating, but it's okay. So all these little residential areas that we wanted built up have built up, and that's really nice to see. Let's just get the last little houses in. And it's really nice to see when something works like that and it happens, and you know, it's meant that what's happened is our industry demand's gone down, which is what we were after and we've been after for a while, and our commercial and residential's actually gone up quite a bit to the point where we can't really do anything about it at the moment. So look at all this traffic from 2 barns, okay, and they're unbalanced. So the game, and it's a fault in the game, It really is. It's a fault in the system that's been made. But the game thinks that sending every truck from every city nearby to fill this up is correct. So all these trucks that are coming through are going to the barn, and then they're just immediately coming back out. And they're immediately coming back out because the barn's full. And then all 19 trucks from each barn can't import the grain from here and put the grain into here where it's needed, because all 19 of them are out exporting all the mass products we've got. So we are importing 1600, but we are then also outputting 800 of that. So, you know, it's no real need. So what we're going to do while all that's happening... Right, citizens are sick. That's really sad, guys. I'm really sorry to hear that. Okay? You're sick with noise. Ah. Right. Too much noise pollution. I wish you'd told me. Because of these, really. Although that's wind, that's not noise. Noise is this one. Okay. Okay. See, some of these are perfect. That's not an issue, that's not an issue. So what if we just did this? From 8 up to here, where we go 8 again. And then we'll keep that one there for now. So that noise has reduced a bit. There you go, so that's all it was. You just didn't like green energy, did you? Oh, look at that, that's perfect, that. All it was, you didn't like green energy. So these are all now leaving the city, and then this will eventually, or should eventually... Oh, hey, why is none of that connected there? What is happening there? There's got to be a reason that's not connected to electricity. Gotta be. So all of you are there, and that's all connected to that. That's aha, that's right, that's connected to that. And then this needs to go there. Ah, yeah, because all of you also had no electricity for a bit. I just didn't notice. That's fine. Okay, so now we've got pretty much everything we need. We need to really start spending money. That's what we need to do. So let's spend some money on some more residential areas. Let's make that a bit of a priority. So let's increase this nice little area here and put a small residential area there. So that's going to cut straight into this. We're going to go straight around. Now let's have a little look at... We've got any pollution around here? Nil. And have we got any noise issues around here? Nil, really. So that's fine. So that's going to be a nice little straight road there. Then we'll have this one coming around, going into there like that. That's going to just circle up there. And these are going to connect back in a slightly roundabout way. Because we are going to make another district as well at some point, but I don't think that's going to be this episode. I think what we're going to do this episode, guys, is... Because I realised I haven't really introduced this episode very well. We've just... As soon as I started, everything just decided it didn't want to go the way I planned. Which is, of course, very frustrating. Yeah, I think it's worth having them come around and back on. I don't think it's worth connecting this up, because people will then use this as a shortcut as well, as a bypass. We don't really want that. So... Let's just get everything that we want set up here. And then from there, we'll work out what we need to do. But I think this episode, guys, we're going to spend a bit of the money. We're just going to get to our 6,500. And then we're going to get Metro in. So as soon as we hit our magic 6.5, we're going to pause everything and get some Metro stations in. And actually, I think building a residential over here is really important for that. And you'll see why in a bit. And then once we've also hit that, we'll have some office buildings that we can put in. Now with office buildings means that we don't need to focus too much on industrial if we've got everyone educated. Also get a university campus in somewhere as well. That'll be fun. That should be quite nice. We all know university is very important. So this will all now grow up, and these again can all use this little park over here, so they should all be covered on park. Everyone is happy. The general happiness is good. You're not for some reason, but you know, not everyone is. We've got parks, leisure. So these lot are very well connected to leisure. These lot reckon they're not. They are all connected well to leisure. So I might put a little park going around there as well. We will do that at some point. Or even a little park going around here will cover these lots. So let's sort of get that done now. So park area. We've got a park area over there. Or do we have a... We'll put a park area here, so just a small one. Doesn't need to be a big one. And then in this park area, we're just going to throw... And we will sort out all our parks properly at some point, but not right now. Small main park goes there. Side park here. Area must have a main gate. I've just put a main gate in, mate. Yeah, that is a main gate. So, not give me any of that nonsense. That can go there like that. And then these will just... Oh, go up that. That'll go like that. And we'll quickly fence this area off. Really my problem if that has to be destroyed, to be honest with you. Yeah, not everything's perfect, unfortunately. Yeah, and actually that stops us building on this side, which is quite good. And then where did I put that other little entrance? Sure, somewhere down here. Oh, it's just over there. So let's try and get this park bit sorted. Perfect. That's good. Nice. So, this little park here is just going to help out the rest of the citizens in this district. Maybe you need sometimes 2 per district. And I think that's fair enough. Yeah, and that can just connect on back there like that. And I do think that makes sense. And here we're going to have a chessboard pretty much there. And we're going to have an info booth there. Nice little cafe there. I'll have a little... We'll get another path actually going all the way out, and we'll put a little plaza there. And that'll do for now on this. That's really just so people have a little area that they can go and have some leisure. Or leisure, depending on where you are from in this mighty world. So we've got a chessboard, so let's get a plaza down to there. Let's change that price to 3. And then we've got a nice little path. So we've got 2 parks, so let's have a look. Leisure there. Park number 1, park number 2. So that there really is catering for, hopefully, the majority of these people. They're going to have to just suck it up. I mean, there are... Oh, we could. I'll tell you what we will do. While we're at it, and I know I'm deviating a lot from what I'm trying to do, but that is this game. This game really is just sometimes deviation after deviation. So we want a path, to be honest with you, going from up here. So maybe from here. Yeah, that's worked quite well. Down here. And then that path is a nice little walkaway across just to this bit here. So that's a nice little path that people can walk across, and that means that this lot should now be connected more to the park. And you'll see that the edge bits here are, yeah, so these are turning blue. Perfect. So they're now connected more to the park because they can just walk from the house towards the park. And that again sometimes is the issue. These lot again are going to need the same. So we're going to put a path. In fact, we're going to leave that for now. We're going to deal with all that later. We are just, at the moment... God, money is not an issue, is it? So I'll tell you what we will do. We'll get everything up for money. Put budgets on it, if that makes sense. We can pay back from all our loans. That's not really interesting for us. All them are in use, which is not good. But it's fine. Owned a small ball, there you go. Delivering exactly what we need. Perfect. And then here seems to be doing okay, to be fair. A lot less issues. We're so close to our 6,500. If we can get that 6,500 within the next sort of minute or 2, which I think we will hit, actually. Yeah, we will, because we're going to make sure we do. In fact, we will, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sneakily throw some industry up here. Just some crappy industry that we are going to get rid of when officers come out. Gonna have to. So let's dezone these 2 and make a commercial, which seems to be more popular. Come on, we're so close. And then once we hit that 6,500, we can do so much in this area. So we've got that nice little town there. I'm quite happy with that. Nice little, there we go. We've hit it. So what have we unlocked there? We've unlocked some taxation policies. We've unlocked a new area. Level 5 unique buildings if we want to put some down. Cities and metros. Metros is the important thing. All these new policies. So an education boost we are going to. It increases the budget by 25%, but that doesn't bother me. We can have a tourist travel car, which receives 8% more tourists, but the intercity bus network gets more money. We've got tolls, we've got new industries. Airplane tours, dolphin safe fishing, sustainable fishing. And now we've got all the high density zones as well, which is good. We've also unlocked a university, we've unlocked some toll booths, which we're not going to deal with, a fishing island for our park, post sourcing we're not going to deal with, hot air balloons we've just mentioned, we've got our metros, and we've now got a university main campus. So let's just pause everything right there and work out what we want to do. 6,500 is an amazing milestone to deal with. We're going to put down our university campus first and foremost. I just need to work out where. I think the university campus wants to be over here. I think it wants to be in this area here. So, in fact, I might even put it here and cut off part of the park. Although I'm not, because I'm going to sort this park out. I'm going to look at all the parks, probably next episode, and make them all perfect, big, and beautiful. In fact, I'll tell you what, I will do that this episode as well. Let's just get the most important thing down, which is our university campus. Now we've got two. We've got university, 4,500 students, 4,500 students, 75 grand each. Now this is such an important decision. Where do I put the university? I'm going to put the university up here. I am. I'm going to put a road coming up here. I've got quite a lot of junctions coming up this road now though, don't I? Oh, university down here. Perfect. Just where we needed. That works out so well. Oh, we need to sort out our water as well. So let's get a road coming off here. Coming off this main one. Literally just round there, like that. And university can sit, for me, placed by roadside. What do you think this is? Do you not think this is a roadside? We've got the level terrain on. Yeah. Alright, the university is going... Oh, sorry. University? Don't say that. Don't say I can't put the university where I want it to. Don't say I've got to actually use my head. Alright, I'll tell you what guys, you just sit back and relax. I'm going to do this in 2 times speed because it could take a few minutes. And I'll see you once I'm done. Alright guys, so what we've done there is we've put in our university campus, which has kept everyone happy, and that's just coming off this ring road, so it's going to be very easy to get to. We've sorted out our water issue, so if you're watching a second, this should shoot up. There we go, shut up, perfect. So we've got no issue now with water, although you've all got issues with drains or something. Why have you all got issues with drains? That drain's working. What do you mean not operating? Not operating? Yeah. It is operating now. Thought so, cool. No issues with drains. And what we've done is we've got our water drains issue sorted. We've got... Trees are a big fire hazard. And then police crime's really low. Detained criminals is enough. I think we're okay for now. I think it might be worth getting another police station down here actually. So let's get that done. Because that's quite a big area. I didn't realise just how big I've made it. So we're going to put police and fire down here. Perfect. And what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to sort out our parks. So again, this is going to be done fast time. Try and get our parks done as quickly as possible. And I will catch up with you once that job is done. Alright guys, welcome back. So what we've got there is we've sorted out some of our parks. We made our parks, so we've got a level 5 and a level 4 park. We've got a little level 1 down here. That's getting sorted though. And what we've got here, Grove Meadows is a park area. Have we got 2 parks? I have, I've got 2 parks next to it. You go. Ah, that's not good. I see what I've done. You're a small part main gate. You're a small part gate. So let's get rid of this one. And let's get rid of that. Yeah, have to. Oh, that was so silly of me. And that's a park side gate that I want. It needs to be in this park area. That's a bit bigger than I thought it was. So we'll get rid of that down there. And it will have to border. The grey border there, perfect. Okay, so then let's get. I can't believe I've done that. That's so frustrating. Must be placed by a roadside, but that is a roadside, right? What do you think we're doing? You know what I mean? All right, let's go in there then. So you've just destroyed a house because the game doesn't want you to do it. Alright, so that's why earlier I was trying to work out why no one had actually come in this park, and that's because someone they'd gone through the other park, which I guess makes more sense. Let's get this. Okay. Some of you buildings might have to go, mate. I don't know. No, you've kept it. You've just got rid of some of your land, but you know who wants land these days, right? It's only the most valuable thing in the world. Perfect. So that should all be one area now, which is the Grove, and that actually has one of the highest entertainments, and we just need visitors. But I think £10 is a reasonable price for that, so we're just going to allow that to happen. So when it comes back to leisure then, or leisure, pretty much everywhere's okay. We've got a tiny bit down here, and we might just throw a park next to here, just to keep the local residents happy, you know. Yeah, get like a little plaza, because you know students love hanging around the plazas. Nice little get a basketball court as well down there for them. And then we'll nice garden there as well. So when it comes to leisure, we've got 3 main parks. Wrong one. 3 main parks. We've got Victoria Meadows, Grove Meadows, Cherry Garden, and then we've got our 2 areas when it comes to industry. Now what we are going to do is we're going to de-zone all this industry up here. But we're going to de-zone the ones in the middle. Leave the ones on the outside with the least amount of pollution so far there. And when the demand comes up, we're going to look at getting rid of some of these and placing some high-rises down. These are quite nice areas. Now something I haven't looked at yet are these. So we've got Winter 1. Okay, I just bloody put that down there, did not even. So that's what it cost me. That 1,000. That's annoying. It did cost me 150,000. And that's a traditional winter market. And then what we've got here, we've got large plazas, statue of shopping, a city arch, level 2 unique buildings. We've got life fountain and death, which I think is quite fitting to put near the cemetery, to be fair. Which is annoying it doesn't fit perfectly into this, but I could make that using the move it mod. So we're going to use the move it mod and we're going to put that statue there. So let's just bring this out a bit, bring that one out with it. Get this one out a bit more. Bring out just that tiny bit in a small amount. And then we may as well sort this road out. Try and bring it into a nice round curve. And then if we look at this here, that will sit like that perfectly. So that's just a decorative fountain that I think is very fitting to have next to the cemetery. Although, how full is the cemetery? Nowhere near full. Fine. That's not an issue. And then back to unique buildings. We've got level 3, level 4 unlocked. We've got an opera house we could put in, or a sea fortress. Interesting. Level 5, we've got an expo center, or a high interest tower. That's what it's called. It's just called the high interest tower. Or we've got an observation tower, which could be pretty cool to put in our next district. And I think we're going to sort of just leave this and allow it to run itself for a bit. Because this is our main city, or our main area. We're also going to have high commercialized buildings over here. So we need to purchase that tile. Because what we want to do is we want to get a nice junction here with a main road coming off and a main road going down that side there, down this side here, down the middle. And on here we're going to have some high-rise buildings built around here. That's going to be a mixture of commercial, residential and office. And it's just going to be one straight road. So we're going to get that one straight road built up now. It's going to have to be a bigger road, if that's okay. Okay, like that. And then we also want pretty much the same in the middle area here. In fact, I think, yeah, we'll leave that there, because it's what it needs to be, which is this. And then that can sort of slowly start coming around here. And I'm sure you can sort of tell what I'm doing. I'm trying to bring in... See, is that going to be traffic light? Is... I don't want traffic lights. In fact, we're going to get rid of this bit. I'm quite happy with the way this has turned out, to be fair. And then what I want is, I want a junction coming off here. But that's all going to be sorted for next episode. This episode, what we're going to do is I'm going to place down a metro. But what I'm going to do, guys, again, this is going to be fast time, just so you can sort of see how I've placed it down, and I won't try and talk through it too much. So what I'll do is I'll see you once the metros are built. Alright guys, so just to wrap up this episode, then what I've done is I've got my first set of lines. I didn't realise how much it's going to cost, but that is down at my first district that I've ever created. We've got our first metro line here, or the first substation here. Let's just keep that like that. We've got a nice little path coming here, so anyone who sort of lives on this side could just walk over, you know, through this little path here and down there to there, keeping them off the main road, which is really what it's all about. We could try and get a little path. Can that path really not go through this? Really? I can't put a path through here. I can. So you're lying to me, but it's okay. I'll forgive you. And then we're going to look for our second station, which was over here, and we're going to just ensure that people can access this one quite easily as well, just by destroying a few houses. And I'm quite confident that they can access that one quite well. And then our third one is up here. And what I wanted was that like that, and there is a reason for this. So there's a reason I've connected them, is my next one I'm just going to have two stops. I'm going to have a metro stop here, and that's just going to go straight over to here. And there's going to be a metro stop sort of. In fact, the metro stop's probably going to be here. And that means that people who go to work can access that. And then we're going to have, in fact, I'll probably put it here, because then I'll have a metro stop on the other side so people can walk over. And that can be there. And that's just joining everything up quite well, I think. So, I think we're doing really well here. Let's have a quick look before we finish off. Everyone's got electricity. We have enough. Electricity is not really an issue, and I'm hoping that it won't be an issue until we hit our solar power plant. To be honest, I want a nuclear power plant now. But we will just continue with these advanced wind turbines in the water for now. They're quite useful. Water's okay. Rubbish is okay. Everyone's getting rubbish okay. Landfill usage is 0, obviously, because we are using our recycling plant. The processing capacity is just below what we're actually producing, but because it's all being stored in a massive warehouse, it's not an issue. Education, so we are coming on the brink of needing new elementary schools and high schools, but what we could do is we could enact a policy next episode and see how that goes. We've also got university status. We've got university down there, so anyone who's educated enough can access the university. And we've got a public library over here. I will probably also bring in a public library down here, right next to this little park. In fact, that is what I'll do now. Just so, in fact, I won't. I'll do it next episode when I've got the money. Happiness, everyone's happy. Look at that. There's like a few dotted around sad people. Wind's not anything we can control. Traffic flow's good. We have got a slight issue still here, but we will solve that when we can next episode. Once all this goes, which it will go next episode, you know, this roundabout will just be a 3-way roundabout, not 4. Pollution levels are virtually 0. We've only got our waste over there. Noise pollution, nothing I can do about that, guys, but you know, nobody lives next to an overly noisy area, so that's quite positive. Fire safety, probably should put something in there, to be honest with you, but I haven't so far, so it is what it is. Crime's virtually 0. Transport, we've now got our first metro line, so we'll see how that goes next episode. Population is quite good. Most people are employed. There's a high job availability, so unemployment's at 3%. That's a bit frustrating. We've got a lot more births and deaths. Outside connections I'm not bothered about. Land value is high for quite a lot of that area, which is good. And I think that's really it that we can look at. We've got obviously this big area here, which I need to include this area in, and I will. Leisure, everyone's happy. Terrain levels, nothing. Traffic's nothing. Tours, we could get some tours going, we're not. Tourism, we've got a bit of tours. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm quite happy with how it's going. So thanks so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the support. We are going to just sort of see how it goes next episode. We've got a nice little farming circle here. A nice logging area there. The town's actually looking really nice. And I like how it's just sort of naturally built this ring road around it. I think that's really good. Might be worth getting a little connection here for the ring road, or even up here away from... But we'll see how it goes. We are going to try and develop this as well at some point, turn these into some heighted areas, and then I think eventually, because it is inevitable that this will have to be built in as well. Now whether I extend the logging area, or I extend the farming area, or I just throw some houses in here, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes, and I'll probably upgrade these to 3 lanes, this to a 6 lane, 3 into 6, and get that into a 3 lane going. So yeah, 3 lanes out of the way. I think that was inevitable, and we will do that as well next episode. So guys, thanks so much for stopping by this beautiful city with 6,500 people. I'll see you in the next episode.